Hi, Rebecca.
Hi, Rebecca.
Nice to meet you.
I'm Emily.
Nice to meet you.
I'm John. Nice to meet you.
Hi, everyone. Nice to meet you.
Hi, I'm Noah.
John.
Hi, I'm Noah.
I'm Alli.
Hi, Alli. Nice to
Thanks for
meet
doing
you.
this. How are you today?
Good. How are you?
Good luck.
I'm
Good.
Alli.
I'm John. Nice to
Good
meet you.
afternoon. My name's Noah.
Douglas.
Ready? Number 3? Yeah.
Hi.
Thanks for doing this. Good luck.
Yep, I can.
Mine's Alli.
Hi, Alli. Good luck.
Thank you.
So, the current amazing race that is on TV, it has been rated an 8.7 from tvland.com, and over 5,000 people have reviewed it on this website. And they believe that the ratings of the amazing race are dropping because it's becoming not as much family friendly. So we wanted to make our race family friendly so more people would enjoy it. And our race that we made is for ages 8 and up, and it will have 3 to 5 team members.
The event will take place from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and it will take place in the springtime.
Our transportation is mostly going to be on foot since everything's mostly in the downtown area. And we're going to, so we have some of them that aren't, so we're going to get some like rental cars.
Our first leg is Headwaters Park, and Headwaters Park is a very economic and geographic part of Fort Wayne. And it also holds many exciting events like the Three Rivers Festival, which brings in a lot of visitors. And our roadblock, which means that all teams will have to do it no matter what, is that teams will have 15 minutes to go around the park and find all 10 flags in their clues that are hidden before they can go.
Our second leg of the race is the Fort Wayne Courthouse. This place is one of the most historical government buildings within Fort Wayne. It's also one of the very few buildings to have withstood the test of time. Our physical task, you will have to go inside and look for parts of a legislature bill and take them outside and put them together. And our mental task is you will have to put together a puzzle of the layout of the courthouse.
Our next location is the Lincoln Tower, and it's one of the more unique and older buildings in the Fort Wayne area. And it started being built during the Great Depression, and our physical task is they're going to have to run up to the top and down in a certain amount of time to get their next clue. And then their physical tasks are going to have to memorize the paintings on the ceiling and try to say it back to them.
Fourth location is the Embassy, which is a very cultural place within Fort Wayne that is also one of the hosts of most musical and theatrical performances. Our physical task is you will have to act out a play to a judge's standard, so you have to make sure it's all correct, you say the words right, and everything like that. Our mental task is you will have to, you will be played a set of organ notes and you will have to repeat them back on the organ. Our fifth leg of the race is the Tin Cap Stadium, which is a very economical and cultural place within Fort Wayne that is the host of the Tin Caps baseball team. Our physical task is you have to hit a 70-mile-per-hour baseball, which is Major League Baseball, and you have to run to all 4 bases once you hit it. And our mental task is you will have to place 2 banners around the stadium at certain points.
Our next lake is Coney Island, and Coney Island is a very historical part of Fort Wayne, and it has been passed on from family members, and the president of Macedonia has even eaten there before. And our physical task is that 2 team members will have 25 minutes to make as many of their own Coney dogs as they can. And the mental task is that 1 team member will have to act as a waitress for 25 minutes and memorize the customer's orders and repeat them to the chef.
Our next location is the Art Museum, and this is one of the more well-known areas of downtown Fort Wayne. And they host lots of art fests downtown, like the drawings on the cement on the road. And then our physical task is they're going to have to go around and match up the paintings together that they are given. And then their mental task is they're going to have to put puzzles together and then find the painting. And then our next one is a Coliseum. It's one of the more interesting areas, and they host a hockey game, a Comets hockey game. and it was also built during the Great Depression. And our physical tasks, they're gonna have to play a hockey game and get 5 to win. And then our mental tasks, they're gonna have to put banners in order from when they were.
Our next lake is the Fort Wayne Children's Zoo, and the Fort Wayne Children's Zoo is a very economic and geographical part of Fort Wayne, and it brings in a lot of outside visitors. And just since 1965, over 20 million people have come just to visit our zoo. And our physical task here is that teams will they'll have a list of 25 animals, and they'll have to go around the zoo and find each exhibit, and they'll have to take pictures with the animals. And our mental task is that teams will pick an animal from a specific list, and they'll have to find the animal's exhibit and read about it, and they'll have to answer 10 questions about the animal.
Our next location is Jefferson Point, which is one of the most economical areas within Fort Wayne. It's also full of retail stores and restaurants. Our physical task is you have to go around to different stores getting certain items that will be given to you on a list. Our mental task is you will be given a price, and you have to look for 3 items within a store with that price.
Our next leg is the Air National Guard Base. In the 122nd Flight Base, it is a very historical part of Fort Wayne, and it's also a large area for transportation. And the physical task here is that 2 team members will have to do part of the standard PT test. And the mental task is that teams will have to match rank names to their correct stripes.
Our last one is Fox Island, and this is a very historical place, and it's very old for Fort Wayne. It's an old part, and it's our roadblock. And they're gonna have to go around and find different sections of the puzzle, and then come back together and build it.
Yeah,
Great questions.
Are any of you ROTC students?
No.
Did you get some help on the ROTC ideas for the National Guard?
We contacted people from the National Guard.
Very nice with
Yeah,
that.
my sister.
And the work on Coney Island is excellent. The reference to the Macedonian, President of Macedonia, because that's a Macedonian-owned restaurant. The family is the Choka family.